I'm certainly looking forward to the second half of the session, and I'm hoping it's much less acrimonious after we were bogged down in a very divisive debate over the right-to-work legislation, which I think was a huge setback for all of Indiana's workers. But looking ahead to the second half of the session, there does seem to be some opportunity for some bipartisan legislation. One piece of legislation I'm particularly interested in from a public health standpoint is a statewide smoking ban. I think Indiana has lagged behind almost all our surrounding states and certainly the rest of the country. We know there are very, very serious negative effects that are caused by secondhand smoke that many in the workplace and many in the public are exposed to from people who do smoke. I think a statewide smoking ban, certainly as time has come. There's been some talk that in order for the bill to pass, there will need to be some exceptions in the bill. And I am okay with that so long as the bill also contains language that makes it explicitly clear that any local unit of government, whether it's a city or a town or a county, that if they have enacted a smoking ban that is more restrictive than the statewide law, then that local ordinance will still stand. So that's critical for me. I will not support any legislation that takes away the right of local units to enact a very strict ban. So I'm hopeful that piece of legislation will move forward. And then lastly, I have continued to urge at every opportunity I have had to make certain that the General Assembly take at least the $300 million that was cut from K through 12 public education during the last budget cycle, that money be restored to K through 12 public education, because we do know that we found the $320 million that had been sitting around in an account on electronic filing of income taxes. So now that we have that extra money, now that our revenue forecast and our revenues have stabilized somewhat, it is critical that we reinvest that money back in K through 12 public education.